Hello and welcome to the top 3 reasons why you are not reaching your weight loss and fitness goals. I'm going to try to go through these really quickly because more than most likely you're at work and you shouldn't be watching the video anyways. Okay, so here we go. Reason number 1 why you are not reaching your weight loss and fitness goals is because your goals are too lofty for the time frame you have allowed. And here's what I mean by that. If your goal is to lose, 10, 20, 50, 100 pounds, whatever, but you really decided that you were going to get on that goal on April 1st because you have a cruise, a vacation, whatever coming up in June or July, that goal is a little too lofty, and then it causes you to not really pay attention to where your metabolism is in order to make the metabolism better so that you can lose weight. Without a metabolism, weight loss does not happen. So we tend to just diet down and then we're not losing weight, we're actually gaining weight or holding on to weight, things like that. So you need to really be aware of what you can accomplish with what you have. And a lot of us just tend to think, well, if I have extra weight, if I punish my body, if I withhold food, if I hit the gym twice a day, then my body will have absolutely no choice but to lose the weight. And your body's like, ha, very funny. I have a choice to keep it if I want to. Because we have adapted over the years. And so your metabolic capacity is actually the best investment you can make. And that takes more time than the time that you've probably allotted yourself for those goals. Now, does that mean that I'm telling you, well, if you set yourself a goal, then, just forget it, throw everything to the wind and be done with it? No. You need to develop a plan. You need to stick with it. The people who actually reach their goals are people who stick with a plan. You can't keep hopping all over the place. You can't decide that you're going to do heavy weightlifting for 3 weeks and then in week 4 you read some magazine article or see something online or whatever and you're like, oh, light weightlifting is better and I'll do heavy reps for 3 weeks. You just can't hop all over the place. It doesn't really matter so much what you choose. What matters is that you stick with it. I can get into all the science behind high weights and low reps and light weights and heavy reps and I can give you my own personal opinion. I can tell you what I do day in and day out. But the fact of the matter is, if you don't stick with it, it's not going to work. It could be scientifically sound. It could be the very best program in the world, but if you do not stick with it for a long duration, it does not work. Most competitors, and I use them as examples because these are people who really take time to grow their body, to carve their body, and most of them will not step on stage without about a year or more of prep unless they have already been doing things in the fitness industry. So just be aware of that. Chop your goal up into small bite-sized pieces and go from that route. So number 2, the reason why you are not reaching your fitness and weight loss related goals is because you diet. Plain and simple. Diets aren't going to get you there. Dieting down. And when I say diet, what I mean is heavy restriction of calories or food. 1,200 calories a day is not going to get you there. It just isn't. Withholding nutrients from your body does not in any way make your body love you enough to let go of your fat. It just doesn't. So we fall for these fad diets and I know a lot of people go, well, but my friend, she's going to the fat doctor and she's getting those shots and she's lost a lot of weight and blah, blah, blah. Well, at the beginning you can, and then what happens is you end up having to either stay with that doctor forever, wasting tons and tons of dollars, or you come off of those pills, those shots, that heavily calorie restricted diet, and what you gain back is not muscle, because what you're actually losing, what's happening on this scale, is water and muscle, not body fat. So diets, crash diets, any kind of restrictive, very tight restrictive eating is going to hurt you in the long run. So what's the better way to do it? The better way to do it is to build up your metabolic capacity. Invest in that, and then you'll be able to lose the weight when you want to lose the weight. It's that simple. People who can stay within 5 to 8 pounds of their goal weight, whatever, stage weight, healthy weight, whatever you want to call it, it's because they've built up, they've invested time, they took a step back and they invested time in their metabolic capacity so that they can then do that. And it's not painful, it's not harsh, it doesn't send your hormones into this crazy tornado. So diets don't. They don't get you close to your goal. And then the third reason why you are not reaching your goals is because you fall for marketing fads and you don't rely on scientific fact. Here's the deal. There are flashy people out there. There are celebrity trainers who have way fewer certifications than I do. They haven't had as much time in anatomy, physiology, biomechanics, but because they have a great marketing team, that's who we listen to because they're all over the place. You know, who am I? I'm nobody. So why would you listen to me when somebody else says something totally opposite? I don't spend my money on marketing antics. You know, that's not important to me. I spend my money on education. And it's important to me for people to really be smart about it. So am I saying that everything that I say you should just take as gospel? Not really. I mean, you need to learn how to research and go for scientific fact. Google is not scientific fact, but it can be a good place to start. There are certain people that really are ahead of the time in this field so far as, you know, nutrition and fitness and all of that. And these are the people that we need to be paying attention to, but all too often we pay attention to the ones that are just celebrities. And the truth of the matter is, in the world of celebrity, there's only a handful that have really been remembered in a positive light. So take it with a grain of salt. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So, you know, just kind of take it in and say, oh, okay, and then dig around for it. See if it's true, see if it's right. Don't fall for that because you have to be smarter than to fall for just flashy marketing. Those are the top 3 reasons. Be aware of those. Goals that are too lofty, digging into diets, and falling for flashy marketing media. Stay away from those 3 things and you will see results. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, have a healthy day.